Donald Trump just cut off a reporter mid-sentence and exploded into one of the most openly racist tirades of his entire presidency. The Oval Office watched in stunned silence as Trump snapped on camera, ranting about immigrants and minorities like he'd completely lost control. And after a week of Trump escalating his war on immigrants, today's eruption shows just how unstable he's becoming. So stick around to see the moment that Trump lost it, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. In just the past few weeks, Donald Trump has launched a rapid shift in his immigration raids, targeting two new major U.S. cities, New Orleans down south and Minneapolis. Both of these cities are major metros with large immigrant and minority communities, and of course, Trump has obviously been targeting minority communities and pushing for his potentially illegal police discrimination all year. But this time around, it's feeling a little different, because for some reason, this is almost sounding personal for Donald Trump.
The administration's immigration crackdown has expanded to New Orleans. The Department of Homeland Security says they are, quote, targeting criminal illegal aliens who are roaming free. Federal agents have already begun detaining people, questioning their immigration status. Outside one home in a New Orleans suburb, agents who took some people into custody were met by protesters armed with cameras to record the scene. Immigration agents are also on the ground in Minneapolis and St. Paul. A federal official says they are targeting undocumented Somali immigrants. President Trump has been attacking the Somali community, citing a $300 million fraud scandal there. Dozens of Somalis were charged in the case, accused of stealing hundreds of millions of dollars from a government program that was created to feed children during the COVID-19 pandemic.
So not only is Trump hunting for undocumented immigrants, but he's also apparently upset that several Somali immigrants were caught in a charity fraud scheme. And while defrauding charities is definitely bad, invading an entire city because of it seems a bit excessive. But when Trump was asked about his straight-up invasion of the city of Minneapolis, he showed that he isn't just after the criminals or even just immigrants. He straight up wants to target an entire ethnicity. This is what Donald Trump said earlier this week when he was asked if he was specifically targeting Somali immigrants with his new raids.
And they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%. They contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you, okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. I could say that about other countries, too. I can say it about other countries, too. We don't want them to hell. We have to rebuild our country. You know, our country's at a tipping point. We could go bad. We're at a tipping point. I don't know if people mind me saying that, but I'm saying it. We could go one way or the other, and we're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing. You know, they came from paradise, and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell, and they complain, and do nothing but bitch, we don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it.
I don't like them, we don't want them, and I want them out of this country. These are not the words of a true American president. Donald Trump is completely throwing his own policies out the window. He's done preaching about citizenship and asylum, and he's now gone to completely targeting people just because he doesn't like them. This is an insane and extremely dangerous move for a president that's already pushing the limits of democracy. And as you can imagine, hearing the literal president talk like this has already led to a massive shift on the right. If the president can talk like this, so can anyone. MAGAs on Twitter have already been exploding this week with people attacking Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota and the mayor of Minneapolis, and of course, Somali immigrants. But even Fox News is airing people attacking Somalis, with Jesse Waters and Stephen Miller joking that they have not and cannot contribute anything to the United States.
So that is the highest compliment that anyone can receive. I love Pete. I love what he's doing at the Department of War, saving American lives under President Trump's leadership. And I'll tell you this, we've achieved everything we have as a country. And somehow, over 250 years, we've gotten where we are today. And we've done it all without the help of Somali refugees, which is really a testament. It's a testament to our skill as Americans.
And we have that segment coming right up. Thank you, Stephen Miller.
Thank you.
Once Donald Trump opened the floodgates, the hatred from the right just pours out. And of course, the actual raids against Somalis aren't going any better. Trump's ICE agents have stormed the city with all of the tactics that they've been practicing for the past year. Large group raids, arrests in broad daylight, stalking places of business, and doing everything all while wearing masks. And what's worse is that people who want to commit crimes of their own are beginning to harass people while just covering their faces and using the threat of ICE agents to mask their own crimes. In just the past week, things have gotten so bad that the police of Minneapolis are warning citizens to be wary of anyone hiding their identity and to be sure to carry their phones everywhere to film any incident that may occur.
Folks that are masked, that they're not sure if they're law enforcement, that they may be kidnapping people. Like, we have had those reports. I want to be clear to the community. The community should know that if you see something like that is legitimate, that you don't know if someone is law enforcement, you should call 911. And you should provide as much information as possible, because let's not forget, we very recently had tragedy in this state by someone who was purporting to be law enforcement. So please, let's be clear. That's something everyone should report, and that we will immediately respond to, and we will document. Whether it's somebody's not sure if there's a kidnapping happening, somebody's not sure if that there's law enforcement present or not. And that's something else that's additional policy requirements that we are implementing.
Just like everywhere else they go, Donald Trump's masked agents are causing more problems than they solve. Now, luckily, these operations have not been going on for very long, and no one's gotten hurt by the violence that Donald Trump inspires in his supporters or encourages with his ICE agents. But really, it's only a matter of time, in my opinion, before someone does start to get hurt. The way that Donald Trump inflames situations threatens everyone's safety, as seen with Marjorie Taylor Greene receiving death threats for just trading insults with the president. And it's because of political tensions in this country that Trump was actually thrown a lifeline today. During a press conference in the Oval Office, Donald Trump was asked again about his push to target Somali immigrants, and was specifically asked about how the mayor of Minneapolis said that their Somali community was a peaceful part of the city. But before the reporter could even finish the question about why the president is targeting them, Trump interrupts them and launches into yet another insane rant against Somalis. At this point, even his biggest supporters can't deny that he's starting to sound more like 1930s Germany than any American president should.
The mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, is saying that he's actually proud to have the largest Somali community in the country, and his police chief
Well, then he's a fool.
Well, his police chief is also
I
saying
wouldn't be
that
proud to have the largest Somalian. Look at their nation. Look how bad their nation is. It's not even a nation. It's just people walking around killing each other. Look, these Somalians have taken billions of dollars out of our country. They've taken billions and billions of dollars. They have a representative, Ilhan Omar, who they say married her brother. It's a fraud. She tries to deny it now, but you can't really deny it because, it just happened. She shouldn't be allowed to be a congresswoman, and I'm sure people are looking at that. And she should be thrown the hell out of our country. And most of those people, they have destroyed Minnesota, okay? Minnesota, you have an incompetent governor. You have a crooked governor. He's crooked as hell, but he's incompetent. Waltz he should be ashamed. That beautiful land, that beautiful state, it's a hellhole right now. And the Somalians should be out of here. They've destroyed our country. And all they do is complain, complain, complain.
Trump claimed that Somali immigrants are only here to steal from the government, that Somali Congresswoman Omar should be kicked out of office and deported, and that Minnesotans should be ashamed to have them living in their state. This kind of rhetoric is just insane. Are Republicans still complaining about the dangers of what Democrats supposedly say because the President of the United States is attacking an entire ethnicity of people and saying that he doesn't want any of them in this country? Donald Trump is no longer trying to enforce immigration laws, he's pushing for an end to the United States being a nation of immigrants, and the hatred that he's using to support it will likely torch our political divide even more. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more.